Yo, what is up, everybody? Rack here, and today we finally have another build for Paladins, and today's build is going to be Omen. Now, Omen has been out, I think, probably like a month now. I was supposed to get out this Omen video a long time ago, but I kind of just never did it. It wasn't anything to happen. I just never did it. But pretty much so far, how everything I've played with Omen is a really cracked damage champion. I mean, for me personally, I don't like his ultimate that much because you really have to coordinate it. Granted, it's super strong and it makes sense that you have to coordinate it really well, but it's like you got to coordinate it so much to the point that you can't really use it on its own unless you're like doing a super duper incredibly big brain play that you know is going to work out. Otherwise, it's just a clear space. Nobody's really going to be standing in it. Outside of that, his abilities are really good. Deadly Domain, Gravity Vice, Dark Stride, all good abilities. Deadly Domain, you'll mostly be using just like, to hold space, things of that nature. Gravity Vice, you'll basically be using that as like, it's basically Genos's grip, except it does damage and you push them back. So that's another good one. And Dark Stride is just kind of like help you close the gap or get away if you feel like it. It also works as that. I know with this build, I use Dark Stride to pretty much get to where I need to be and just be in people's face 24/7. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the talents. The talents you're going to be using whenever you use this character, though, is going to be Umbral Lance. I find that the first and third talent aren't the greatest because those skills aren't the greatest themselves. Like, true, like, if somebody's standing in Deadly Domain, it's going to do damage and like you can cast two, but it's like, if somebody stays in Deadly Domain enough to kill them, they really have no business playing the game, honestly. And Dark Stride, hitting enemy with Dark Stride now reduces Gravity Vice cooldown by 50%. And, like, true, like you could do some maneuverability with that, but it's like not enough to be like a game changing talent like Umbral Lance is. Because Umbral Lance, what it does is changes the Reaver from like an up close shotgun. Because like how the weapon works is like basically a up close shotgun, but the longer you hold it down, it tightens up the spread more and more. So think like a like super like a shotgun that like spreads out, but then like tightens up immediately the more and more you like concentrate the shots. Essentially, what the second talent does makes it all the concentrated shots always, and I think that's better than the scattergun shots because like don't get me wrong, it's strong, but it's like now you have more range. And it's like, would you rather like, be up close and personal or have like be both and have range? So it's just like really good at a distance. We're gonna go ahead and get into the cards. And for my cards personally, it suits my play style the best. I like just kind of running at people, gunning them down, and then leaving. So we got 3 points in pure aggression, which gives us increased movement speed, 15% after getting an elimination. We also increase the travel distance of Dark Stride, so we can use that to get around more. This one is the one where it's like, okay, you really have to use this at your discretion. You could very easily, if you wanted to, take points away from like pure aggression, put it here, and you get like a 40% increase of the damage of the gun, but it's at the cost of your ammo count. And I believe once you fully max it out, you get 2. And it's more so like, are you willing to trust yourself with hitting these shots? That's more than likely what it is. Because I don't like, because it will take you a second to get the reload cards. Like in the item shots, it's going to take you a second to get that. So it's like, if you fully trust yourself to hit those shots and you're going to do your damage, or you have somebody that can like kind of compensate for you until you get the reload buffs, go ahead and do it. But if you're doing it solo, I don't suggest fully specking into that because it's going to kind of screw you over in the long run in the early game because you're going to be needing to reload a lot and you're not going to be reloading fast enough to kill somebody. They're more than likely going to get away and you're going to have to try to chase down and it's going to put you in a bad position. But with all that being said, what we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and get into a game and I will show you how effective Omen is with this build. All right, so we're here and 100%, I'm not going to lie to you, that team comp they have is some shit. I'm going to say that right now. They got Grover, Azan, Anara, Sky, Dragon Lady. Her name is escaping me at the moment for some reason. But yeah, that team comp going to be highly obnoxious. So literally, you're going to see me trying to essentially hunt down Grover majority of the time. If I can take him out, they might hopefully fall apart. And Sky is just probably going to be pouncing on me a lot. Because I don't like fighting Sky because I'm not going to waste a slot to buy Illuminate. So sometimes I deal with Sky. If she catches me, she catches me. But if I live and I get to kill her, it's a plus.
5, 4,
So like, you guys now get to see the build in full effect. It really does work. And like, if you played Omen before getting the second talent, it's like two different characters as soon as you get it. Because you do pretty decent damage from a distance if I can hit my shots. Yeah, you can just essentially run down people like that, but I'm gonna go ahead and get in this back line. I don't really care. I like harassing. Yeah, just like that, I immediately got away. Yeah, that's a tank dead too. I don't think this person playing... Oh, I missed my shot. I don't think they're very good. Yeah, it'd look better if you didn't miss your shots too. So that is another thing. I didn't really warm up before I did all this, so I'm a little off. Yeah, stuff like that too. Sky's gonna be doing that, but for the most part, like, I just wish I had more utility out of that ult. Like, in order for that ult to be good, you have to like pre-game the ult and throw somebody into it. Like, you got to spend the skill just to like get use. Now I think that's a little trash. Like, even then I kind of messed up the casting on it. I gotta move. That's another thing. If you're gonna play him, you gotta be careful. You do not have a healing like that. Like, your healing 100% is gonna come from your items. Outside of that, non-existence really. Oh, he's doing that. Let's back up. But behind us. Oh, that's right. It does. Okay, also that's another thing to note. The vice grip, when you grip them up and you have deadly domain, they're not going to take damage from that. They specifically have to be on the floor. I know sometimes, like, if you're in the air, some of the effects might hit you from other attacks, but not this one. I think hi-rez does that a little bit. Oh yeah, if you can get headshots too, the headshots with this thing is disgusting. I could have went around, but yeah. Iffy. I'm probably not going to use all of this gameplay. I'm probably just not going to use this one. I can get a better game than this.
Cancel that.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds. Wrath, take me away. 5.
No power rolling down. Rain goes down. Yeah, they got crazy advances on us right now. He's dead though. He died for it.
I'm low.
Actually got me fucked up. Yeah, you're gonna die in that. It don't do the most damage. When it do, it comes in clutch. Yeah, we kind of are mobbing on them. We really are. I might make 2 games out of this. I might like show like really the good clips and stuff like that. I might just edit it up really well. Potentially do it like that.
Take me away.
Yeah, you got to do stuff like that with the ult. Otherwise, you're not gonna get it. Yeah, like you got to combo and pregame that ult when you know you're gonna be able to catch them and throw them right into it. Otherwise, it's not happening.